He bombarded another question at him. T mentally screamed at him. Why was he talking so rudely to him? He could have said it nicely. T, I forget it, sir. T replied, JK, get out of my class. He ended the discussion with T. It was his class rule. He couldn't break it. If he was punishing other students, T deserved punishment too. T saw him with widened eyes. T, sorry, sir. T didn't want to miss the lecture. JK, Mr. Kim, I have asked you to get out of my class and meet me at my cabin after my class. Jungkook said it again in an impolite manner. T gathered Ho's belongings and walked out of the classroom. T-Pav, you will pay for this. I won't leave you easily. I won't come to your cabin. T clenched his teeth, remembering his rude behavior. T went to the cafeteria and bought a cup of slush. The iced slush left a good effect on his mind. T put earbuds in his ears and opened an app on his cell phone. He started watching videos. T forgot the embarrassment he faced a few minutes ago. Jungkook was sitting in his cabin waiting for T, but he didn't come. He had to take the 5th semester's class in a few minutes. He took out his mobile phone from his pocket. He opened a messaging app and opened a chat named T. His fingers typed a message. JK, I will be free in an hour. I know you don't have any more classes. Come in the parking lot at 1:15 p.m. The message was seen instantly, but he received no reply from T. He sent him another message. JK understood. T also didn't reply back this time. He smiled while watching his mobile screen. JK Pav, I'm sorry. T is angry at me. He turned off his mobile phone. He stood up from his seat and held his laptop. He was going to take his class. After taking his class, he was free. He took his belongings and walked to the parking lot. He waited for T, sitting in the car, but he didn't appear. He dialed T number. T didn't bother to answer his call. A thin line formed on his forehead. JK, such a baby. He shook his head. He typed another message. JK, I am waiting in the car. Why are you not coming? Come, don't disturb me. After a few minutes, the door of the passenger seat opened, and T silently sat down. JK, I know you are angry at me. He initiated the talk. T didn't reply to him. T was looking straight forward, waiting for him to start driving the car. JK, okay, let's go home. He muttered, trying to ignore his tantrums. The faculty had a separate parking lot with a separate gate. So till now, it was very easy for him to hide their relationship from everyone. JK, what about your quiz? How did it go? Jungkook asked about a class test T had today of another subject, which he was preparing last night. T didn't say anything. JK, was it that bad? You aren't even telling me. He kept speaking. Still received no reply. JK, you want ice cream? He asked, driving on the main city road. T didn't bother to reply to him. JK, come on, my little angry bird. I am sorry for what happened today. Don't be mad at me. Jungkook pampered him. Hearing his apology, T smiled proudly. He surrendered as always. T, I forgive you, T exclaimed. JK, thank you. Hearing his sweet voice, he sighed in relief. T, I will take strawberry. T told him as he parked the car in front of an ice cream parlor. Mr. Kim. He opened his door side. T, I am not Mr. Kim. T reminded him, emphasizing his least favorite word. JK, okay, sweetheart. He released a chuckle before getting out of the car. Taehyung smiled while watching Jungkook. He had the hold of this man. Jungkook was him's. Only him. Later tilde JK. Ahen tilde don't be stubborn T. A voice echoed around him. T shook his head and turned his face on his right side, where a little boy was standing holding a toy in his both hands. T, I really like kids. T heard another sound. T waved at the little boy who was constantly looking at him. A cheeky smile appeared on his face. His father held him in his arms and walked inside of his house, but didn't forget to pass a light smile to her for engaging with his child. They lived in the next apartment to them. It was a big apartment building in a newly developed society. It was also situated near the university. T kept standing on the balcony for a few minutes. T was holding a glass of juice. After drinking it, he walked inside of his apartment. T eyes caught his husband, who was laid down on the couch. After waking up from his afternoon nap, he was fixed at one place in front of the TV screen. They didn't get a chance to talk. He was completely focused on the TV screen. T glared at the TV screen before going to the kitchen. T placed the glass on the kitchen counter and walked to the couch. Sitting next to him, he fixed his gaze on his face. T, what are you watching? T asked a lame question. Of course he could see what he was watching. Jungkook saw him for a mere second, and then averted his attention back to the intense game. JK match, he mumbled. T didn't stop asking meaningless questions. JK, football match. Jungkook didn't mind his questions, replied softly. T, which team has Ronaldo? T asked innocently. JK, none. He laughed lightly. T, what's so funny? JK, nothing. T, then why you laughed? T asked seriously. JK, can't I laugh? Jungkook asked jokingly. T, no, you can't. JK, why? He looked at T-Face, who was busy staring at him, resting his face on both hands which rested on his knees. T looked serious. T, because you are a professor. Jungkook realized T wasn't joking. JK, what? Can't professors laugh? He tried to control his laughter this time. T, no. If they don't laugh in class, they should not laugh anywhere else also. They should maintain their personalities. JK, I am not in university right now. I am sitting at my home. T, but I am your student, JK, and you are my wife, silly. He shook his head with a bright smile on his face. T, you are silly. T clearly minded his words. JK, okay as you say. Let me watch the match. Please sit quietly, he requested. T, you are just trying to say sh*T up in a civilized manner. T bombarded another accusation that was a dangerous one. JK, no. Why would I say that to you? He didn't know what happened to T suddenly. T, because you don't want to hear my voice. JK, why would I want that? I love hearing your sweet voice around me. JK, yeah, just to focus on the match. I didn't mean to say anything hurtful to you. He explained. T kept silence and didn't speak any word again. He looked at his face for a second. He was still sitting in the same posture. T, why did you misbehave with me today? T asked after a few minutes in an interrogative manner. JK, not right now, baby. We will talk later. He didn't want his attention to divert right now. The match was more interesting to him than anything else right now. T, Jungkook, T called his name. T usually didn't take his name. He heard his name from him only a few times. JK, yes, he answered without looking at him. T, stop ignoring me, JK, I am not. All, he said. T saw him with anger. Without any prior warning, he snatched the TV remote from his hand and turned off the TV. JK, T, I am watching the match. He saw T unbelievably. T, and you are ignoring me. T raised his voice at him furiously. T was angry. He was unhappy. He looked irritated. He wanted his attention. Jungkook's heart melted in seconds. The match was nothing in front of his wife. It mattered nothing to him. All in the world mattered to him was his little wife. He could watch the highlights, But could he relive these moments with T when he needed him? JK, I am not ignoring you. I was just watching TV. I am sorry. I was totally involved in the match. I can't ignore you. You know that, right? He leaned down at T and pressed his lips to his forehead.